Okay, hey everyone. Today I'm going to be walking you through my social network API. It's just a backend that uses express.js and Mongoose to connect to a MongoDB database. Um, so to start, we're going to look at our package.json and just look at the scripts that we have. We have start, dev, and seed, but I didn't actually utilize seed, so we can cross that out. So to begin, you want to come to your console here, and you would do an npm I to install the dependencies, but I've already done that, so I don't need to. And then you would just do npm run start to actually start the server. And when you start the server, it'll tell you right here that you are running on port 3001. And now our server is connected to our database. And the way it's doing that, just so I can show real quick, is through our connection.js up here. We're using the Mongoose npm package to connect to our what's it called? The Mongo Compass client. And then so that's how we got connected. And then so to begin, I'm going to show you the get routes for users and thoughts. So if we go to our users and we make a get request, then we're sent back all the users that we have. So we have Soaps, we have Axolot, Super Asia, Brick, and that's all we got. And as you can see, certain users have thoughts, friends, and their own individual IDs. So now let's check out our thoughts. If we send for that, you'll see that we have some thoughts already posted here. And then we can also get individual thoughts and users. So for instance, if we wanted to get just this little lollipop thought, we can take the ID and take it to this route, and we're going to put it as a parameter in the request at the end, and then send for it, and then we get the little lollipop thought returned to us. And then we can do the same thing with our users. If we wanted to say we wanted to get Brick, we would take his ID, come over here, put it as a parameter, and then we would get Brick back. So then let's show the add user and add thought. So if we want to add a user, we just send a request.body that looks like this with a username and an email. So let's call this username Sally, and her email is sally@gmail.com. So we send a request, and we get a response back saying 200 that it's okay, and send the rest of the forms with her own ID. And we can verify that she's there by coming to our users and doing a get request for that again, and we'll see that Sally is down here at the bottom. So let's do that same thing with a thought. When we do a thought, we're gonna say something really cool. And the user that's making this thought, well, let's do Sally. We just did Sally, so let's take Sally that we just did. We're gonna take our username, because that was one of the parameters, or I guess not the parameter, but the I can't think of what these things are called right now. And then we also want Sally's user ID. So we take this ID, go back over here, change out the ID to Sally's, and we make that comment. We'll see that Sally has made the comment, something's really cool. Then if we go back to users, make another request, we can scroll down, we'll see that Sally now has that thought ID in her array of thoughts. So our add users and add thoughts both work. Let's go ahead and delete those now to show that off. So if we want to delete Sally, we could take her ID. And let's delete her thought first, actually. Let's delete her thought. So we come to the thoughts and make a request. We see something really cool here. And we take this back to delete. Put that in the parameter field. We got a 200 response saying it was deleted. We can verify that by coming over here real quick. And her thought is gone. We come back to Sally and we take her ID and we go to delete user. We put Sally's ID in there. She was successfully deleted. So we come to users. Sally should not be here anymore. And she's not. Sally is gone. Now let's show off the add and remove friends. So if we want to add or remove a friend, it's all going to be in the parameters up here. We're sending a parameter for the user ID who is adding the friend, and then we're sending the user ID for the friend that's being added. So let's come to our users and grab some IDs real quick. Let's say Brick really wants to be friends with, hold on, let's come here and we're gonna make that Brick, and then let's say Brick really wants to be friends with Axolot. So we take Axolot's ID, we throw that in the last parameter, and we send that. We get another 200 response, and we see now that Brick is friends with this user ID, which is the Axolot. And then we can do the same thing over here. We can take our friend ID, and let's say that Brick just hates Axolot now. They got into a big fight, and he just has to get rid of her. He's gonna block her and delete her on everything. Then they just plug in their IDs here. He sends it, and now Brick has no more friends. He's very upset now. And then we can also update user profiles, and we can update thoughts based off their IDs. So if we get Brick's user ID, and come over here and we plug it in so that we can update Brick's profile, we see that Brick doesn't want to be Brick anymore. Brick's a new man. Brick is concrete now. We send that. Oh, what happened? Okay. So you're not allowed to have duplicate emails. So if we just change this to concrete@gmail.com, then we can make that request. And then we can also update certain thoughts. So let's say, yeah, we want to update this thought right here that currently says Super Mecha Godzilla. Well, we want to change that to something like Super Raging Dojo Mojo Casa House. then it'll change, it'll update. And I believe that is everything for my social network API. Thank you for watching.